and welcome to the finale of the Birdie Presents SoVi MAYhem from South Vineland Park. This tournament and coverage is sponsored by Birdie Disc Golf Supply Company and partially brought to you by our Patreon family. Thank you so much to all of them and all of you for joining us for this whole tournament and specifically this back nine, as we're going to get right into it. As I tease on the front nine, the weather is incoming. It was very windy, very rainy for these first couple holes, and looks nothing like we see the drone preview here. Hole 10 is a water carry off the first shot, par 4, 500 feet. Trying to just get up and into the woods on the first shot. Set yourself up and approach for your second shot, obviously. So Joey catching trees falling down, he should be fine there. These guys are running in and out from under umbrellas at the moment, trying to stay as dry as they can. Alex with a pretty good drive. He's going to be a little bit right side. And you can really see the rain coming down now. These guys just trying to get it out. Walk around, hopefully the rain passes soon. And Bill turning it over. I believe that did stay in bounds, but just look at that rain. That was Catch Cam Wendy. I added that shot in just to show you that we could not even see as far as each other, so kind of blind discs coming in. So Bill way right side into this stuff, and everybody was playing fast, just trying to get through this hole, get into the woods where it might be a little bit drier. Oh, a little bit of a kiss off the tree, just keeping Bill a little bit too further away than he would want to be. Oh, Jay with a pretty good bid. And this is Bill for his birdie, no, to save his par. Sleeve up, par putt, nails it. Joey able to get a birdie in this weather. And I believe Alex is right under the basket for his birdie as well. So despite the conditions, 2 pars, 2 birdies. As we move over to hole 11, and it does not look this sunny. Obviously, drone was taking a different day. Par 3, 158 feet, shortest hole on the course. Just trying to kind of skip off the bottom or the top of this hill to get into the circle to give yourself a birdie putt. Joey almost rolling down the left side of the hill, but able to stay up top. So he will have probably a long look for his birdie. Ooh, Alex a little bit too high, getting shot down immediately by a branch. And just a bit too turned over, but from there, Jay will probably have a 30, 35 footer, but severely uphill. And the conditions probably coming into play look like that just slipped out of Bill's hands. Ooh, and a pretty good kick for Alex, staying up top. And this is Bill in there somewhere. There he is, just pitching up and over, trying to get up onto the green. He's going to still be a little bit shy. So this for par. Oh, just off the top band. And right in the puddle. So just a couple steps closer, Jay for his birdie. Great putt.
Okay, so I was just scared to let you know when we're...
Couldn't even go straight up towards the basket, having to putt over that retaining wall. Oh, just a bit left side for Joey. Good par save for Alex. Kicking down early, still able to save it. Bill deciding whether or not to dive into the puddle or not. I don't recommend diving into the shallow end. Ooh, and another very right side putt for Bill. That hyzer angle, I think, just saving him enough that the baskets are catching. We saw that on hole 4. And the rain is starting to let up, as we can see, but everybody is very soaked. So, still slippery conditions as we move over to hole 12, par 3, 334 feet. Tight gap off the tee, very open in this lower area, but these guys are trying to get up to the upper area that we see here and all the way up to the green. It is a pretty hard par 3. It's probably closer to a 3.5 if I were to guess, but it's certainly gettable. We saw round 1, Joey Bruno absolutely park it with this forehand flexing to the left. We'll see how he fares today. Oh, catches a tree and kicks way right. And turning, catch Kim Wendy around and on the green, maybe circles edge, 30, 25 feet. Not quite as close as Joey's yesterday, but that will certainly do. And somebody get Bill a towel. I think he needs to dry off his hands or his discs or something. And catching another tree, falling down right side. So Joey kicked from the left side all the way back up to the right side, still up top. And pretty good forehand to get all the way up there from out of position. He was throwing almost from the green of hole 11. Oh, Bill catches another tree. And beautiful upshot by Jay. And Bill rolls a little bit away from the basket. So he'll have an unobstructed but pretty long putt for, I believe that's a 5. Oh. 1 inch too low. So now Alex has a similar putt for his birdie. Oh, and very similar fate. Hits almost the exact same spot as Bill. So after an early kick, this is Joey for his bogey. And nice putt. Able to make the correction from the last 2 guys. And quite a different way to play the hole than he did the first round. But he averages even between the 2 rounds, so So Bill with the 6, Jay with the par. Moving over to hole 13, par 3, 211 feet. Certainly a runnable hole. It's got a little bit more room up top to run it than hole 11. So people will call this the ace hole. Or you can just throw it under the pin like Jay does. Beautiful shot by him. Obviously, if you're running it, you're risking missing and going long, having a long putt for your birdie, maybe just having to pitch up for your par. And Al catching the tree, but I'm not sure where exactly he ended up. Probably down the bottom of the hill. Oh, and Joey giving it that ace run, going long into the bushes behind. That'll probably be a difficult putt coming back. Bill taking a little bit wider. Oh, not able to get all the way up. Stays fairly up there. These discs can roll all the way back down. So, just got to be fortunate enough to not go all the way down, but not able to capitalize. And Joey Bruno from the middle of a sticker bush. Thorns all over his body. Just trying to get out there, and I don't blame him. That was not a fun-looking spot to be. And Alex able to get the birdie. Didn't realize he was actually that far up on the green. So, good hole for him. And good putt for Bill. Able to right the ship for now. And finally up to Jay's drive. Beautiful shot. And inspecting Joey for his cuts on his back. He had a few, but he'll be alright. He'll be able to continue the round, as are we. On to hole 14, par 3, 276 feet. Another water carry hole. Going from up high to down low is certainly a challenge for most players. Obviously not Jay, pretty much parks it. Beautiful shot. The stability of your disc obviously changes from its normal flight pattern, throwing down. The thing that happens is it starts to increase in speed, and when your disc goes faster, that tends to be a little bit more understable than you're used to. So these players have to try to compensate for that. Oh, and Joey almost does it perfectly. Hitting the bottom of the pole, and he's even closer than Jay. Oh, and very high for Bill. Catching a branch and going far left side. Although still not too far away from the pin. Looked like it pushed forward enough. He might be circle 2. Circle 2's edge, something like that. Oh, and almost still able to capitalize. Just off the band. So Alex having to go probably a little bit of an Annie putt around this tree. And so Jay a little further away than it looked from the tee shot, but still able to get the birdie. And Joey, after kicking off the base of the pole, also able to get the birdie. So, stays tied with Jay after Jay got the birdie on the last hole. And with Alex getting a par, they're now within 3 of the lead with 4 holes to go. So, Certainly possible, but we'll move on to hole 15, par 4, 485 feet. Drone flying from the short tee, but we'll be playing from the long tee today. Trying to get to this corner as far past to the right as you can, but mostly trying to stay in the fairway to have a clean look for your second shot. And that turnover is a pretty good line. I think it might be a little early right, but he might have kicked through there a little bit. Forehand, certainly a good line for this hole, getting around the corner, hitting the ground and skipping. Oh, perfect. Oh, and even a little bit more of a roll. That's about as good of a shot you can get. Alex narrowly missing that tree on the left side. And that's the problem with the backhand turnover, is it's going to tend to straighten out eventually. Whereas we saw Jay's shot didn't, so it kind of dove down to the right, and it's very tricky to get just the right balance between the two. And yeah, even with a bit higher line, Bill is going to be over by Alex. Oh, and Jay hitting a tree very early. At least it did kick into the fairway, so he should have a fairly clean look for now his third throw. I'm not sure if that turned over on him or if he caught a little bit of a tree or not, but so Alex actually early enough that he had a clean line and goes past the basket long. Not an easy thing to do, as you can see. There's not quite a clear line all the way up there. Once you get up to a certain point, there's just kind of a wall of trees. You kind of got to get lucky going through. Joey very far up there. So pretty close. Should be able to make it from there. Bell throwing a little low skip shot. Good play to get around the couple trees. And Jay still has quite a bit of work left. Not able to give it the height. And Alex for birdie to extend his lead. Oh, and just right side. And Joey able to bring it one stroke closer with that putt. So with 3 holes to go, only 2 strokes separating the lead between Alex and Joey. And with Alex stepping in his par, and I believe Jay is going to be losing a stroke. So actually 2 strokes from Joey. There is the big eagleable hole 18 still, so anything can happen. But for now we're on hole 16, par 3, 423 feet. Long straight shot, just trying to curl at the last second to the left. Usually most players will be throwing a right-hand backhand, but Joey Bruno will of course be throwing the forehand roller. We saw this in the first round go just a bit early to the left. We'll see if he can make the correction. And it is swinging a bit wider and right past the basket long. That fallen tree stopped. That would have had a lot of momentum still going. We'll see exactly what his footing is like. He's probably within the circle, but maybe not the best stance that he'll have. And Alex flipping it just a little bit, and he's pinned high with an air shot, but he'll have that little row of trees to contend with. Bill flipping it just a little bit too much. Still pretty good distance, almost as far as Alex is, but further out into the field. Oh, Jay throwing it a bit too low, burning it over into the grass. So he'll have this to try to save his par. And I think that'll do it. Bill just a bit low. Good run, trying to get the birdie from maybe almost 100 feet out. So now Alex has a little window for his birdie. Oh, also just a bit low. All right, now Joey has this to gain another stroke on Alex, and he makes it. Nails the putt. Up and over everything. Has been in some strange places today with his forehands and rollers, but he's making it work. Bring it to within one stroke of Alex with 2 holes to play. First of which will be hole 17, par 3, 335 feet. Got to get under that diagonal tree. Some shots will go over it, but most are trying to go under it. The pin position is actually a little bit further than we saw in the drone. It is down that drop off and on maybe a 6 or 8 foot pole, so it looks to be in about the same position from the tee pad because it's about the same height with your eye level, but planted probably about, like I said, 6 or 8 feet lower down the drop of that hill. Alex catching some stuff, but still getting pretty far up there. Great shot by Al. He'll probably have a 25 or 30 foot putt at it, although pretty dangerous. There is water behind the basket. Beautiful late flipping shot by Bill. Keeping it low to avoid the branch. Kind of takes out the potential for a park job, but getting it up there is definitely what we're trying to do. Oh, and Jay slips on his plant foot, pulling his drive left into an early tree. Oh, that looks high. Yeah, that was a lot of low-hanging branches over there. He needed to throw probably more of a little air bounce shot for that. And that'll do. That'll be, unfortunately for the bogey, but after the tee shot, not too bad. And Joey not actually quite far enough up to give it a run, but knows he's got 18 coming up. Oh, and Bill chaining out. Almost nailing that birdie. And now Alex to try to extend his lead. The best chance at it. Oh, and also just catching a couple chains, spitting out left side. Okay, so this is what's setting up. Alex is in the lead. Joey is 1 stroke behind him. Hole 18 coming up is the par 5. We saw the eagle on it by Evan on the first round. So definitely the potential to catch Alex on this next hole, which, like I said, is the par 5, 820 feet. We're actually playing from the new tee pad along the shoreline. All of these trees to the right in the water are now cleared out. The water line is much lower, so there's kind of a beach to play along. Good shots will be able to be close enough to this fence to get over it on the second shot and maybe give an eagle look, which Joey will most likely be going for. Alex may play the safer play just for the birdie, but we will see what they decide to do after these tee shots. So, huge forehand coming in eventually. There it is. Huge shot. Anytime you're up to the catch camera, it's a good shot, especially for this hole where we are just way far out of the way. And Alex may be a little pinched off being right up against that bunker of trees. So both of them got one out there. We'll see how they choose to take their second shots. Joey probably trying to get over the fence on their second shot. We saw for a couple holes the sun came out. It is raining a little bit again. So grip issues, if not actually there, at least in players' minds. Jay and Bill playing to cross the fence on their third shot, and here's Alex's second shot, and looks like he is going for the green. Okay, he clears the fence. He is up there. He'll have maybe circle 2, look for his eagle, and Joey is way up there. Definitely over the fence, past pin high, but he'll have 40, 45 feet for the eagle. And with Alex also on the green for an eagle, he has to run it and hope Alex misses. And not to be overlooked, that was a great shot by Jay to get right up into the circle. He needs to get up. Oh, just over the fence. And right next to Jay's disc, so. All right, now here's Alex for eagle. Oh, and an inch low off the band. Unbelievable effort. So here's the opportunity. Joey has this to tie Alex and probably push him to a playoff. Oh, off the band. Oh, and a great putt by Bill. Pretty tough round. Running the tournament, raining, some extracurriculars happening. Didn't have the best round, but finishing off with a great putt. Jay just a little bit low. And this is not a very significant putt because Alex is just there for the birdie. Oh, and he misses anyway. That was an inconsequential miss either way because Alex Nicosia tapping in his birdie to take it down. The SoVi MAYhem presented by Birdie Disc Golf Supply. Congratulations to him. Let's throw it over to the winner's circle.
Favorite to win the tournament, SoVi MAYhem. My boy, the man, the myth, the legend, Alex Nicosia! Come on out! Go, Alex! Way to go, Al! I know him.
Real quick, I want to thank Bill and maybe Nick. And everybody that worked on the course, and my sponsors, Cosmic and Visionary.
Yeah! And HyzerMedia, of course, too.
And thanks for the shout out, Bill. Appreciate it. Always love coming down to SoVi everywhere South Jersey. Thank you to everybody watching. Take a look at the final results. Got to shout out Ben, I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name, Geis or Geese. The hot round, 9 down, 1027 rated. But we see the top of the leaderboard, Alex, taking it down by a couple strokes. Congratulations to him. And thank you to all of you for watching, sticking this out with us for this whole tournament. We will be back for more shortly. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. And HyzerMedia also has a podcast, HyzerCast Disc Golf Podcast. So go check that out, and we will see you on the next hole.